Hello Aquarius, this is Seth and you're watching Rodriguez Mystic, and this is your Tarot and Oracle general forecast for the month of December 2017. And today I'm going to be working with the Aquarian Tarot, and the Oracle decks I'm working with are the Vintage Wisdom, Nature's Whispers and Earth Magic, which I believe I've used all of these decks before in previous months. And this video will be of use to anybody who is sun sign or moon sign Aquarius, or anybody who has Aquarius as their rising sign. This reading will hopefully have some use for you. So I'm just going to jump straight into this now and just shuffle the cards. And we're focusing on Aquarius general reading for December 2017. Okay, so interestingly, I've had several cards that have cropped up now for quite a few of the signs, which is very interesting. So the overall central message or theme for the month of December for Aquarius is the Tower. This card has come up a lot for people. So the Tower obviously is when something that has been in place for a long time has been torn down, an old structure that no longer serves a purpose for us. It's time for it to go. And it often happens, it happens in a moment that does not feel like it's on our own terms. It's outside of our control. It feels like a higher force has decided that this no longer serves a purpose for you, so we're snatching it away from you. We're tearing it down. There's a change in circumstances which can happen very quickly. It can happen overnight. So it feels like December may bring some powerful changes for you. Now obviously with the nature of these readings I have to speak very generally, and some of these cards may actually not be anywhere near as dramatic for some of you. They may be referring more to more mundane events, although obviously major arcana cards generally they do refer to bigger more, events in our lives that have more of a spiritual significance, a deeper significance. So the Tower really does feel like December for Aquarius is going to be a time of great change, and it could be positive. You know, it could well be that as we approach the end of the year now, there could be things that you've been dealing with all of this year, and now at the end of the year it's time for those to be torn down. And as I say, these could be things which would be good for you to have torn down. You may actually be glad of this. The Tower often brings change that we haven't specifically worked towards. It just happens. It's out of our control. So there is going to be an ending of something. Some kind of structure in your life is going to change. It could be a new job. It could be a change in circumstances. If you are studying a course at university, it could be that there's going to be a dramatic change to what you're doing. But it's usually a change of events, a change in a course of direction. And it also feels like it's saying to expect the unexpected this month. The beginning of December, in complete contrast to the Tower, we have the Four of Wands, or the Four of Rods as it's called in this deck. This is about a stable, happy home, and it's a need for celebration. This is very much more what you would expect from a general reading about December. For many of us, a lot of us tend to spend time with our families, spend time at home. It's a very comforting card, and there's also an element of celebration about this card. So at the beginning of the month we may just be feeling fairly settled and feeling prepared for the general festive period. This is the beginning of the month. The middle of the month, however, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be it can be trickery, it can be people not being completely honest with us, people who are being slightly sneaky in their behaviour. This could be referring to yourself being sneaky, or it could be somebody else. I feel that this could be somebody who isn't giving you the full details, and it feels like this person knows about this tower moment that you're going to be experiencing. It feels like somebody not being 100% honest with you because they don't want to face the consequences. There does, as I say, there feels something cowardly about this person. So for some of you, it could be that there are people close to you in your life who know that about this change that's going to happen for you, and they may not tell you about it. For other people, it could be that you yourself represent this figure here, the Seven of Swords. You may not be totally admitting to yourself that something isn't working out, but it's going to stop. It's going to all erupt and come out anyway because you've got the Tower here. But it does feel like there is a feeling of great change that is going to occur in some area of your life. And then towards the end of December, this feels like more of fallout. We've got the Five of Rods or the Five of Wands, and this represents personality clashes, disagreements. It can be anything from a full-blown argument to more a feeling of banter with people and back and forth communication. I tend to find with this that there's something more light-hearted about it. It tends to refer to when we need to just have discussions with people and we know there's going to be some differences of opinion, but we all get along still because there's a feeling of like a sporting activity and competition with this card. It feels to me like there may be something competitive towards the end of this month that you have to deal with. On the one hand, it could be that there could be some personality clashes with family and friends at this time of year, because many of us have to spend time with extra family members and people that we may not see very much the rest of the year. So there may be some back and forth communication, banter that occasionally comes across as a little bit rude, a bit confrontational, but it's nothing that we can't handle. This is coming up towards the end of December. I feel like as well that this is other people telling you what you should be doing as a result of this change that is going to happen this month. And as I say, this could be something very small, or it could be something very big. So this could be people talking about offering you their opinion, their advice, what they would do if they were in your shoes, and you just kind of have to throw some ideas around, and there may be people that you completely disagree with and you think, hang on, no, I'm not going to take that option, I'm still going to do X, Y, Z. Your tips and hints card, which is a really good piece of advice. We have here the Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles obviously refer to earth and to money and material possessions. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who is prepared to put in the work and the effort to learn to become more stable and to have more security in their life. This can be somebody who is commencing a course of study which will enable them to earn more money for the future and bring in more stability and more material success into their life. What this card is saying is it's reminding you to remain grounded. It does feel like there will be some changes presented to you this month. There will be some challenges. And this is just encouraging you to remain focused and to continue to be grounded in what you're doing. If you are a student, this card can absolutely be referring about you just making sure that you remain on that course, remaining in your course of study, focusing on it, not letting yourself be too distracted by any of these changes that may be coming up for you. From the tips and hints, from the oracle cards, first of all we have ancestors. This is talking about your network. You know, think about people, family, friends. Obviously family would relate very much to the ancestors card. Reach out to family members and friends, reach out to people in your network. It feels like it's saying there is a supportive network around you. So no matter what these changes are that the Tower is bringing, there is a supportive network around you that can help carry you through this. And if anybody watching this is a magical practitioner themselves, because obviously my channel is very much geared towards that, it can literally refer to doing some more work with your ancestors, asking for support and guidance from them. The next card we have is Bountiful Harvest from the Nature's Whispers deck. I feel like this is a positive way of looking at the Tower. So the Tower is about an old structure that has been in place for too long and it's being torn down. But it also feels like this is saying, look at what has been torn down, look at what has collapsed now, and actually see that as a harvest. Don't see it as something that has been wasted. It's something that has served its purpose. And what can you create now from these leftovers? What can you now use with that material to build something new? I'm getting the image of a phoenix rising from the ashes. So if you think about the symbol of a tower being struck by lightning and being torn down, you have this pile of rubble now. What can you create from that rubble? See that rubble as a harvest. Don't see it as something that is a complete waste. This feels like a very positive way of looking at this change in circumstances, and it's encouraging you to work with that. This reading is very much about giving you positive advice and positive ways of approaching any challenge that you may experience in December, which will probably be to do with the closing down of avenues that have been there for a long time, which are no longer needed or no longer necessary in your life. And finally, we have volcano and volatility. This ties in perfectly with the with the tower. So again, there really is a feeling like there could be some big arguments this Christmas time. There could be arguments around the dinner table. There could be it feels like there's going to be some kind of explosive change, and for some of you this change will be much bigger than for others. But regardless, it really does feel like a culmination has been reached, and a way of doing things needs to change now. You need to think about doing something fresh. It doesn't mean that you have to change your job or you have to change your course of study. It may just be that there's a completely new approach that you need to take. But it does feel that there will be challenges, that there will be significant changes for most of you, and that it will be a challenging time in terms of dealing with other people's opinions about what you should be doing now. But none of this can prevent you from enjoying the month of December, believe it or not. It's not all doom and gloom. This is just providing you with a heads up about what could be around the corner for you and how best to approach this and how to deal with it. So that is your general overview for the month of December 2017 for Aquarius. I hope you find this useful, and if you would like more information about how you can book a reading with me, you can find that below this video. Please feel free to share my videos, to subscribe to my channel. You can find all of my other social media outlets below this video, along with all the information about the different decks that I've been working with, if you are interested in purchasing any of these. So until next time, Aquarius, take care. Bye.